property now, and mortgage holders have been warned of interest rates staying elevated as the battle against inflation continues. In a speech this week, the Reserve Bank boss gave a pretty blunt warning to borrowers who are struggling to make repayments.
Some may ultimately have to make the very difficult choice to sell their home.
Well, despite the tough times, the value of new housing loans rose by nearly 4% in July to $30.6 billion. That's more than $5 billion in loans that were granted to first home buyers. And property advisor Anna Porter is with us now. Morning to you, Anna. OK, so how much of an impact will Michelle Bullock's speech have on the market, do you think?
With the overarching sentiment that interest rates are going to remain high, I think it's going to keep investors out of the market to a great extent. And people that have mortgages that have maybe come off of fixed rates may have to consider selling if they can't manage those repayments. It's going to scare a few people.
That's no small thing if that happens, Anna. If we start to see a flood of those forced sales that you've just flagged there, do you actually think that will be a big thing and impact the market here?
We are already seeing quite a few forced sales and people under financial pressure with their mortgages at the moment. So will that continue? Very likely it will if rates don't start to come down in the near future. And you're right, it is a big impact on a family. It's a big decision to make and it can put downward pressure on values if there is a flood of it. OK, let's talk about this new super scheme, which is due to happen in the next week or soon. It would allow people to draw on their own contributions to super funds. It's called the First Home Super Saver Scheme. How does that work and how do you see that affecting the market? Yeah, so it's a great scheme for first home buyers to make extra contributions to their super and then withdraw that to be able to buy their first home. There's some criteria around it that you have to be buying your first home and living in it. It's not for investors. And some changes come through from the 15th of September that means people that may not have been considered eligible before could be considered eligible again now, and you have a longer time frame to actually get the money out. Before it was a little rushed and now they're giving you more time, which is some great changes to see. Yeah,
it's certainly a start. Such a daunting mission, Anna, for those who are trying to step into the market for the first time. Can you give us a bit of a snapshot of some of the best value suburbs around at the moment?
Absolutely. So there are still some great suburbs in every state that you can buy in for under $1 million, which sounds a lot, but in today's money, it's not that much. Some of them are we tend to suggest people look about an hour outside of the capital city to get good value buying in areas that are a bit more affordable and offer great infrastructure and still access to employment. And these are just a few that people should definitely be looking at.
OK, excellent. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Anna.
Thanks, Anna. Well, moving on.